everybody, it's Miss K and welcome to Miss K on Postal. So today I'm going to come to you and we're going to discuss your TSP, right? Which is technically your federal government 401k. Now, this is for everybody. This is for clerks, this is for mail handlers, for custodians, this is for whoever. Your TSP is very, very important. I know when you become a regular and they go ahead and give you this orientation, they don't really discuss with you how your TSP generally works and what you can do with your TSP and what you can't do with your TSP. Now, this is the beginning of a new year, so this means that you should be, if you already have a TSP already, you should be getting a statement. They send you your yearly statement in regards to the past performance of last year for your TSP, for your whole amount of the funding, of how you have your money delegated and separated and how you make the money. Now, for those of you who have just become regulars and don't really quite know how to use your TSP or what you're supposed to do with your TSP, this is what I'm going to discuss with you guys. I'm just going to break a little bit of it down so that you can kind of figure out on your own what you can and cannot do. For my old timers, y'all should know about your TSP, but if some of y'all don't or you forgot, it's a refresher course just to remind you what you need to be doing. Now, for me, the beginning of the year for my TSP, I like to go into my TSP and I like to look at how I have things broken down. Now, the way your TSP works, you go ahead and you contribute money into your TSP. You should see it on your pay stub, and it shows you how much you're sending every time you get paid. Some people do $25, $30, $40, $50, $60, $100 every paycheck. That goes into their TSP. Of course, the post office will match and give you that money as well, so you have double going in. Now, but what happens is your TSP is an active, living, breathing account. It's just like playing the market. So when you open up your TSP, you'll see where you can delegate a percentage of where you want your money to go. You have international markets, you have the federal government program, you have other little areas that you can do like business or industrial. They have it broken down on how you want to delegate your funds. You have a C fund, you have a G fund, you have F fund, all those. The G fund is a government fund, and then you have the international fund, and then you have the C fund. And it'll show you what's in those funds and how they make money, because they actually use those funds based upon the market. Certain stocks in the market that they do use and put into those funds. Now, what you need to do is, when you go into your TSP and decide how you want to break your pie up. So you got, let's say you got a pie. A pie is 100%, right? So you got a whole pie. Now, you may decide you want to put 20% in the C fund, 20% in the G fund, 40% here, whatever. When you do that, what you need to do is you need to constantly monitor how your funds are doing. Some funds perform better than others based on the market, and you'll start seeing it, how much your funds are making. So you may go in there, you may put money into your G fund. Let's say you put 40% and you put 20% in your international fund, but your international fund may be pulling more money than the G fund. At any time during the year, you can go back into your TSP and you can adjust the percentage of where you want your money to go in certain funds. It does not have to stay that way. You can always go back and make changes in it. If you see that you're not making enough money in a particular fund, you can change one fund from 25% to 40%, decrease one fund if you want to. It's all up to you. Now, don't get so wrapped up into the semantics of how much percentage you want to put into the fund. If you're not sure, I'm going to tell you the best thing you can do, go talk to an old timer. If you talk to an old timer in your building, in your station, and say, hey, how do you have your TSP set up? They'll actually give you a wealth of knowledge in regards to how they've set up their TSP and how they want their funds to go. Also, remember, you can roll money into your TSP. You can put more money into it if you have, let's say, maybe you got some money from an inheritance, you want to roll money into it. You can do that. Your fund is open. It's like a money market account that you can constantly adjust and change and put money into it and watch your money grow. Your TSP is what you're going to use when you retire. If you treat your TSP right and you delegate your money in your certain funds, you can make a lot of bread. Trust me, you can. Now, also too, another thing with your TSP that you need to do is make sure that you assign a beneficiary to your TSP. Now, some of y'all may not be thinking about that, but you should, because you're the main benefactor of your TSP. So if something happens to you, and then let's say you're married, then you want to put your spouse. If you don't want to put your spouse there, because you know how that is sometimes, you want to put your mother, you want to put your kids. On the TSP, you have a space for that where you can go ahead and assign your beneficiaries on there. That can be changed at any time. Now, lastly, on your TSP, for some of you guys who may not know, or you're new to the game, your TSP allows you to take out money if you need it. So you can do two types of withdrawals. You can do a loan, or you can do a withdrawal where you completely take the money out and it's not paid back. Now the loan, let's say you need to take out $2,000, and they have certain stipulations of how you're going to take the money out. You might need it for, health expenses, or you may need it because you're moving, whatever. You can go into your TSP. Don't make this a habit, y'all. Don't make this a habit. This is your money for when you get old. Don't make this a habit. But you can go into your TSP and you can take money out. It's actually very simple. And if you have any questions, they have a number on their customer service number. Call them. They are very, very knowledgeable and friendly. They'll help you out. Now, if you're going to do a loan, that loan is repaid back. So what happens is that loan that you're going to take from your TSP, because that's your money, so you're paying back your money into your account because you want that money paid back. It comes out of your check. It's not an allotment. It's a separate thing that comes out, but it automatically comes out. And when you take that loan, it'll tell you how much that they'll be taking out every pay period. 25, 35, 45, whatever. Until it's finished, paid off, and then you're done. Now, if you do a complete withdrawal, a withdrawal means that you're taking out X amount of money and you're not paying it back. That's fine. But also remember, when you take that complete withdrawal, you are taxed. Yeah. Uncle Sam got to get his bread. You know how that works. So if you're taking out $4,000 or $5,000, they're going to tax you on that. So it's going to like 10%. So it might be $400 and some dollars, $500, depending on how much money you're taking out of your account. But remember, that's a complete withdrawal, meaning you're not paying this money back. You're just going to get taxed for it, and you're probably going to have to report it on your taxes for the next year. But it's not paid back. So remember, you can do a loan, pay it back, withdraw, completely taken, but you got to pay tax on it. So I just want you guys to go into your TSPs. It's the beginning of the year, okay? For my old timers, I know y'all probably keep an eye on it. For my new newbies who either just got converted or you've had your TSP for a year or two and you never really went and logged on into it, never looked at it, didn't really know what it was because you wasn't too sure how it functioned, go in your TSP, baby. This is your lifeline for when you get older or if you need to do anything in the future. I've known people who use their TSP to put money on a down payment for a house, or they had medical expenses if they needed to pay things, or they wanted to buy a boat, or they wanted to get another car and they just wanted to pay cash for it. Your TSP allows you to do it, because trust me, your TSP makes money for you. It makes money for you if you know how to play your TSP properly. And once you get started into your TSP and figure out how to delegate your money into each fund, your C fund, your G fund, your international funds, whatever, you're going to start probably get more into it, and you're going to start moving your money a little bit more diligently. And then you may say, hey, you know what, I may roll some bread into it and try to figure out how to do certain things. And once you become a novice at it, then you'll figure out how to do other things and how to take money and roll it in tax-free, all that. There's so much things you can do with your TSP, but I just want to make sure that you guys go into it because it is the beginning of a new year, and I want you to take a good look at it, refresh yourself with it for those who already have one. For those of you guys who have not touched your TSP, because trust me, I have a lot of people who've been converted a year ago and say, hey, Miss K, I have a TSP, but I don't even use it. What do I do with it? They've never been into it at all, period. Why? But you should have gotten a PIN number for your TSP and a login. If you don't remember it, if you lost it, or you never used it because you got converted and never paid attention to any of the information they send you, I need you to call. You can log on to TSP, or you can get the TSP number off Lightblue or whatever, and call them and say, hey, I didn't get my PIN, or I don't know it, so that you can go into your account, set up your password and stuff, and do it. Now, they did change a lot of things on the website. The website is a little bit different than it used to be. It's more slicker, and you can do a lot more things on it that you couldn't do before. But I need you to go into your TSP, okay? Because remember, babies, this is your money. This is your money that you're making to help you for when you retire. Because, baby, I'm not trying to be in this motherfucker for 50 years, punched over and shit. Nah, bruh. Nope, 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 okay? So check into your TSP, y'all. Make your money work for you, okay? And if you have any questions, you know you can call them. Don't forget, ask them old timers in the building, because them old timers sitting on some cheese. And they'll show you how to make that money, okay? So always remember, my postal freaks, love and light. Peace.